So I feel like 5,200 is a good number.
It would be really, really cool too to have people like outside waiting to get in. Like people love to be oppressed outside.
Yeah.
They're just like, I waited in the rain. Like they love that shit. I love that shit.
And they like want to watch their closers arrive too. They're like, ah! Like they're going crazy.
Tanacon. What's the tea, sis?
Like people love to be oppressed outside.
It's like VidCon, but this one's a scam. It's a Tanacon. Stole that joke from Twitter, and I'm sure the person who I stole it from someone else. Now, apparently this whole convention malarkey is very easy to do, so I'm going to throw my own convention right here in this apartment. Oh, well. Looks like nobody turned up anyway. So if you somehow missed it, family-friendly vlogger and very keeps to herself, quiet personality, Tana forget it. Hosted a convention to spite the other convention. Because they wouldn't let her in. Oh, I wonder why they did that. Surprise, surprise, Tanacon was a huge failure. They oversold tickets.
No food. Yeah. There's no food. Yeah.
Have nothing to eat.
There wasn't enough security guards.
Security is my biggest concern. Will there be 91? Literally all of the people on the security team were telling me that there was around 40.
They made people wait outside who paid for a fast-track VIP pass.
As featured fucking creators who paid to come to an event that didn't have a separate VIP line.
And they ended up getting sunburnt, dehydrated, and having to go to hospital.
Tanacon.
So, all in all, a successful event. Because you got a free condom out of it. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. And conventions aren't built in a month. Now, if you're very confused about what this is, and you haven't been on the internet in the last week, well, that's because you've been outside. And hopefully not for too long, because then you're going to need water and sun cream, because Tanacon goers didn't do that. Shane Dawson has been uploading a documentary series on Tanacon and the disastrous events that unfolded before it, because he was a special guest at the event. He was meant to be promoting it and meeting fans there. Obviously that didn't happen, so he's decided to make 3 videos on it. They got 10 million views each, so he's kind of a winner. But I must say, Shane Dawson's Tanacon series is better than the World Cup. I know, it was tough to say it, but I do mean it. Netflix has nothing on it. But there are certain parts about the event that interested me, that I wanted to expand on, because I feel like this was a very good open door to people who didn't really understand YouTube and what goes on behind it. Or as Tana would say,
in the industry.
It does seem like most of the time the whole documentary is, who's the villain? And that seems to be one of the only storylines that comes out of it. Is it the blonde white girl, or the guy in a suit who's got bleach blonde hair, who's driving around a convention on a Segway? Dumb vlogger, man who looks like a supervillain from James Bond. Don't know about you, but I'm struggling to find which one to pick. First huge insight that Tanacon and the whole documentary that comes before it shows you is entitlement. Entitlement from Tana wanting to be a star everywhere she goes. The whole thing started because she went to VidCon and she uploaded a 45-minute video talking about the whole tale of VidCon basically not giving her special treatment. She turns up, she's a paying customer, she wants to meet her fans, she's causing danger. So many people want to see her that she's going to have to leave the event because VidCon don't want to give her a big boosted pass and don't want to have to feature her as a creator. Tana loses her marbles over the fact that VidCon won't treat her like a god, thus going on a 45-minute rampage saying fuck VidCon and then making her own convention, which then kind of fucked itself.
Fuck
Tanacon.
Fuck anyone who created
Tanacon. And the first issue this brings up for me is the fact that a YouTuber would go to an event and basically say fuck it, and that the whole thing is shit and not worth your time because they're no longer being treated how they thought they'd be treated when they got there.
Oh, you want me to be like everybody else? No.
But I want the VIP ticket so I can mix with those people. Because that's how it comes across. That is how it comes across. It definitely comes across in a certain way where it's like,
oh, if I'm not going to be treated like an absolute legend, like the biggest person in the room, then I'm not going to be in your room at all.
Unlucky peasants. And I agreed with Tana's VidCon video in the majority, because I've been to VidCon, and there's definitely a bias towards which creators they want to feature and how most of them seem to be friends of the event. But that's because they're friends of the event, and that event is allowed to invite whoever it wants, and they're allowed to say no to whoever they want. If they want to invite a specific group of people, they can. There's not somewhere on a list that says VidCon must invite creators from all different backgrounds and every single type of YouTube channel. It's not a requirement. It should do that. If it wants to be a better representative of the YouTube community, that would be one of my suggestions that I put forward. But I wouldn't do a 50-minute video for an hour and a half about it. Because at the end of the day, you've got to be a really, really self-entitled bastard to make a video going, I deserve this. I should be invited. Look at me. I'm the big YouTuber. Did I remind you how many tickets I sold? Look at me. I did this for you. Give me stuff back. Give me free drinks. Come on, treat me like I'm a really, really big famous person. Because if you're willing to say an event is shit, why did you invite your fans there in the first place? It's a huge disrespect to them. If I was a fan of you, and you said you're going to go to an event, and then for some reason you couldn't go anymore, you then decided to say that the whole event was shit, I'd be looking at you thinking, well, why did you promote it then? Why did you want me to spend my money to go here? What, purely because meeting you is worth it? It's a bit selfish, isn't it? And that ties in with people who are going to Tana's event. There are YouTubers who said on stage, Gabby Hanna being one of them, oh, we expected this to be a shit show. She shouted that out as if that's meant to be redeemable in any way, shape or form. Well, did you turn up because you got a bonus to turn up, or because it makes you look cool and you feel good about yourself because loads of people turn up and shake your hand? What, you're just willing to promote it knowing it's going to collapse, knowing it's going to fail? You care that little about the well-being of the people who support your content that you're going to put them through that? That's one thing this documentary has done. It's really opened the door to the entitlement to the modern-day YouTuber. The second one, which seems to be going very unnoticed, is YouTube as a business, and how absolutely cutthroat and disgusting it could be. And the reason why I say this is because as much as you've heard, I don't have much sympathy for Tana. When it came to her and Mr. Segway Blake, Mr. James Bond villain, her story with her and Michael was something that, as a YouTuber who's young, he doesn't really know what they're doing, he doesn't know much about any of the stuff that comes along with it, was a prime tale of somebody being taken advantage of because they are uneducated on the subject. You get thrown into being a YouTuber, and you get thrown into having these abilities, and you get loads of people coming up to you going, you could do this, you could do that, I could do it for you, I could do it for you. And then before you know it, you've done something, put loads of time and effort into, and somebody's basically stolen thousands of dollars from you because you didn't realise what you were getting into. I have had contracts given to me that are borderline illegal. I get emails every single day from companies that are trying to scam me out of my money. And that's why when I look at this Tanacon thing, when she acts like she kind of knew what was going on, I look at it and I go, you couldn't have known because you don't know what these people are quoting at you. When they say, you need this, you need that, I've got this, I've got that, sign this, sign that. You don't know what you're doing. And it's not her fault. I don't blame her for that. She had somebody who she trusted, somebody she called a friend, abused that trust. And that's something that I have been through so much in the past 2 years on this platform. I have had thousands of dollars basically stolen from me, from various companies, people who I thought I was good friends with on this platform, because they realised that I didn't know what I was doing, and they took advantage of that. And that's why when I see somebody like Shane getting so much slack for being, I suppose, on the more friendlier side, it irritates me, because I would have really, really, really killed to know somebody who knew more than I did, to know a YouTuber who had more of an idea of what was going on. because having that guidance, having somebody there who could tell you that you are making a mistake, to tell you that you're being taken advantage of here, is something that 2 years ago I really could have needed. So I don't care whether people think Shane is wrong for his involvement and that he's biased, because of course he is. It's his friend and he wants to help him out. And also, it's on the Shane Dawson YouTube channel, not the BBC. But to see him take control of the situation the way he did, it was admirable. Because I don't find Tana to be the most, appealing of people. But to see somebody there who wants to guide that person is very important in the YouTube side of things, I think, nowadays. Because there are many new YouTubers who just don't have that. And that's one of the reasons why things like Tanacon happen. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Tanacon, really. I just wanted to come on and just kind of shed my thoughts on it because you guys asked for it. So if you did enjoy this video, a like is appreciated, subscribe if you're new, and turn notifications on if you want to see more videos like this one. And I'll be off to throw my own convention by myself. Peace out, people, and have a good day.